everybody. Welcome back to our channel. I am the Tripping Sister, and this is
The Striking Viking. Hello, Patriots, party people, and fellow wanderers. How you doing? Well, we took a little trip just this last couple of days. It was
since we last saw you.
since we last saw you. It was a somewhat unexpected trip, one might say. We were planning on Sunday to go up to Oklahoma City, which is in a drive of about 1.5 hours, to go to a church in the north side of town, which we did. And then after that, we had a bit of a detour on our way home. Why don't you fill the people in what happened?
Well, it kind of started before then, but long story short, I had a heart attack.
Oh, yes.
And I had been having a heart attack for 2 or 3 days. I did not know that. I just knew I didn't feel well. And the problems and issues that I was having in my chest and back and neck, I thought was chiropractic related. And I was fussing saying, now I got to go see this chiropractor that I don't really care for and all this. But anyway, last Saturday evening, when I went to go to bed, I kept getting this strange pressure in my chest, and then it went up into my neck, and then I started salivating, and then I started gagging, and I had a massive headache, and I didn't understand what in the world was wrong. It didn't feel like the flu. I didn't know a whole lot about heart attacks. I knew about the symptoms of a stroke or whatever, but I didn't know about heart attacks. So it didn't occur to me. I just thought, man, I really need an adjustment. So anyway, I had Mr. Viking bring me an aspirin. I said, could you just bring me an aspirin? So he brought me an aspirin. I got up Sunday morning. I took 2 aspirin, still not knowing that I was having a heart attack. And so after church service on Sunday, then we went out with our ministry team members and some friends of ours that I hadn't seen in a very long time. And we were leaving the restaurant. I went into the restroom. I was trying to come out of the restroom and suddenly got hit with this massive pain in my chest again that really just stopped me dead in my tracks. And so we were only about 10 minutes away.
Well, what happened was she said she was having this pain. So I backed the van up into one of the handicapped spots right near the door, got the door open, and I said, "You're going to the hospital." And she said, "Can't we just go home? I want to go home." And I said, "No, ma'am, we're going to the hospital." So we got on the road. We were 15 minutes away from the VA hospital in Oklahoma City, which is the main hospital.
Yeah.
And so I whistled on into the emergency room and I said, 58-year-old female, crushing pain in the chest, radiating up into the jaw and shortness of breath. And they went, whoop, and wheeled her right into the emergency room.
That's what happened. So they took a lot of blood and said that I had enzymes in my blood that showed that my heart was in distress. And so they did an ultrasound, did all this stuff. And then they admitted me. And so then after the next morning, they took more blood and saw that the enzymes in my blood were elevated through the night. They kept continuously going up. And so they decided then that they needed to get me in and see how much damage was in my heart and do a stent. So they told me that I was awake for the whole procedure. It was
gruesome.
It wasn't gruesome. It was interesting. But anyway, they told me that my circumflex artery is an artery that feeds. Starts at the front and feeds around to the back of the heart. The blood supply was 97% blocked.
Eesh.
And there was another artery, I can't remember the name of it, that was 40% blocked.
Yeah.
And which explained the crushing pain in my chest because my heart was not getting oxygen. So when you have enzymes and stuff like that in your blood, it shows that your heart has damage to it. Anyway, so they went in, they cleaned it out. They did tell me that the what was in my arteries wasn't hard, it wasn't calcified or anything like that. It was very soft. It was very easy for them to do. The hardest thing for them to do was to get the stent or whatever their equipment was that they used to go into. Sometimes they can go in through your wrist.
Yeah.
They tried to go in through my wrist. They tried 20 minutes. They butchered me and could not go in that way. They tried 2 or 3 different spots and just left some nasty scars on my arm, and my arm swelled up. And
Wholesale carnage.
so now I've got this big thing here that I've had to put ice on to get it to go down, and they want me to watch it to make sure it doesn't turn hard or get a blood clot right there.
Yeah.
So then they finally had to go in through my groin, which is what they normally do. And that was excruciating because they kept trying to do it and kept trying to do it, and they finally got it done. Then they threw me into another heart attack because they had to go into the vessel that was already 97% blocked, and when they put the stent in, they ended up blocking it completely until they got it opened. And I felt the crushing pain.
Yeah,
They knew
yeah.
I was having a heart attack, and they said, just hang on, we got you, it's okay, you're in good hands. And right when I thought I was going to pass out from the pain, then they got this stent in place. So I'm fine. I got home yesterday. I had a good night's sleep. I've got 6 or 7 medications they want me to take. I'm like, oh my God. I don't even like taking aspirin. So when I asked Chris to bring me an aspirin, that was different
A departure from the norm.
because I really don't like taking medications and stuff. So, but I'm going to be good. I think Thanksgiving and Christmas caught up with me. The sweet potato pie, you know. So, anyways,
So for those of you who haven't noticed on our other channel, the Silver Crown, which is about Pat's hair journey from treated hair to natural hair, she's done her big chop. Doesn't she look gorgeous?
oh my goodness.
Yes, she sure does. So we would say that if you're planning a trip away from home in future, planning a little getaway, we can definitely argue against having the type of getaway we've just had over the last couple of days. But now everything has been taken care of, and my beloved is, if not as good as new, at least better than she was before.
Yeah, that was that kind of took me by surprise. Anyway, I'm doing fine. I just have to. They don't want me to do anything really for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
then
to
go
watch
for a follow-up.
and go for a follow up next month, next couple of weeks, and to not lift anything right now that's over 5 pounds.
No lifting.
Because they don't want me to open up the plug that they put into my artery to keep me from bleeding out.
Yeah.
And they told me what to watch for in regard to infections and stuff like that. So anyhow, the last time we saw you guys, we said, we're checking in, we're fine, we're doing great. And then right after that, wasn't doing so great. Anyway, so just remember that if you get a crushing pain in your chest, I don't think
It's not because you need an adjustment. Don't go to your chiropractor. If you've got
you go to the chiropractor, that might really kill you. So you don't want them moving your bones around when you're having a heart attack. But anyway, it wasn't a massive one, or they would have had to crack my chest open and do more invasive surgery than what they did. But there is a medication that they want me to be on for a year, plus a low-dose aspirin at 81 milligrams.
And they did take the final tests yesterday before letting us go, and we had people from around the nation who were praying for Pat. The sister was in need, and the folks came through, and when the tests came back, the heart enzymes, there weren't any. So they say that there's no
damage.
No damage to the heart muscle whatsoever.
And that
So
the heart
that's-
was pumping the way it was
heart
supposed
was
to.
pumping at 100%.
So
That's normal.
I am grateful for that. Thank God for
Yeah.
that. And I'm fine. And of course, you go through something like this, you got to make some changes. And I was thinking, man, just when I was going to make that pineapple upside down cake, I'm still going to make it. I'm just going to maybe just have one piece. But anyway, so I wanted to let you guys know because you've been hanging with us for so long. And just let you know that we did just have this challenge. I feel fine. I'm not in any pain now. I don't have any headaches. I did find out I cannot take nitroglycerin because it gives me a massive migraine. So I can't take that. And that's good to know. And I do have a card that I have to carry with me for 90 days or something. So anyway, thank God for the VA. You know, they don't mistreat everybody.
That's right.
They have never
You
mistreated
hear so
me.
many horror stories about the VA, but I'll tell you what, she received excellent care
Yeah.
when she was there, and we got to give mad props to the the nursing staff and the doctors that
Yeah.
were there that took care of her,
Yeah.
all the ancillary staff, and even the food at the cafeteria
Was good.
okay.
And the food that they gave me was very good.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. And I just wanted to let you guys know because you've been running with us all this time. And just to update you on things were good last week, not so good this past week. So, but we're back on track and we'll see you next time. So there you go. There's the update. Keep tripping.
Keep tripping.